Cool.
And let me move into sharing in our group.
Perfect.
Great. We are going to be going live in a second. And I just will jump onto Facebook to make sure, because I have
Yes.
done it before where I haven't been speaking. Like
Let's make sure we're live.
my volume, my volume wasn't on. So I just want to make sure that everything is working.
Yes.
Start talking.
Yes, it's all good.
Yes, we are on. All right. I feel very happy to be here with you, Rachel Cooley, our angel master and mentor and guide for helping transform women of all different skill sets and experience across the globe. And you have been of divine service for quite a while. And I'd love to hear a little bit more about your journey and what brought you to this place of being so confident in your ability to share your connection to the angels with people in such a profound but public way. You know, because
Yes,
I know that
very.
sometimes the public bit is what people are like, oh no, not me, I don't. Yeah, so I'd love to hear more about that for you.
Oh, thank you so much, Pia, for interviewing me today. It's lovely to be here with you and your lovely group. So I would describe my journey starting out with my introduction to spirituality, which happened in my late teens and early 20s from my mom. She introduced me to spirituality. She was seeking it out in her life to bring in more peace of mind and guidance and new direction. And she started sharing with me what she was learning, and she started taking me to spiritual talks, and I started reading spiritual books, and I really got into it. And I noticed that there was an angelic theme happening, which of course was no accident. And that was that I was being gifted angel books that they would, new spiritual friends of mine would gift me angel books. And I got my first deck of angel cards right when I was graduating from college, very timely. But it was on my spiritual path and noticing this angelic theme. But it was in 1998 where I had an experience that was very awakening. Love to share that with you.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
And that was an experience where I was driving in the car with my mom. It was wintertime here in California. And I was suddenly driving upon black ice and I lost control of the car. And in my sheer panic, sliding on the road, I went to brake the car. And I know you're not supposed to brake in those instances, but sheer panic came over me. I braked, and then I heard an angelic voice in my left ear. And also I felt a calm feeling despite the intensity of the situation. And she told me what to do. P.S. She said, get your foot off the brake. And I remember briefly thinking, as time was totally slowed down, what? And she said, get your foot off the brake. So I got my foot off the brake, and I feel that she helped me to steer as well, because without hitting another car, I was 2 lanes to the left to get to the right shoulder of a lane here in the US.
Wow.
I got over and we were perfectly safe. And I thought, wow, that was totally life-saving. At the time, I didn't necessarily think that was my angel, but very soon after, the angelic theme just continued coming to me stronger, and the doors to the angels kept opening. And then the next year, 1999, was when I originally got certified 24 years ago in working with the angels.
Wow. And so when you also speak about angels, is it the collection of angels, or do you work with specific angels that are your angels, or are they ascended master? Like, let's share a little bit
Yes.
more about that.
Yes. So I work with a collection of angels, including my own guardian angels. We all have guardian angels, 2 or more, that are with us throughout our lives. Yes, you're identifying with that. So my guardian angels, and also I work very much with the archangels as well. I work with a number of them, but in particular, Archangel Michael is one of my main go-to archangels, the archangel protection. He also helps us with life purpose and releasing and clearing fears, stress, and worries. So that was one of the main things, Pia, that I sought comfort from the angels when I first started working with them, was to help to relieve me from ancestral patterns of fear, stress, and worries that were weighing me down, holding me back on some level, keeping me out of being in peace, having peace of mind.
Mm.
So Michael's amazing at clearing energies. Have you worked with this amazing
Yeah,
architect?
totally. Michael with the flaming sword. So, yeah,
That is right.
absolutely. I'm also curious if you can speak into, because I'm sure some of my audience would be thinking that, what about the religious connotation? Because for some
Good
people, I'm
question.
sure that that might either help them or hinder them. And I love
Yes.
to just talk into those different contrasting parts. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So I come to my work with the angels from a very non-denominational perspective and more of a spiritual perspective, because the angels, of course, are in all the major religions of the world, as well as they're within spirituality. So I take more of the spiritual path of the angels, and that I know that they're here to support us in our lives, no matter what spiritual path or religion we do or do not follow. They want to help all of us.
Mm.
They want to help us, especially at this time in our world as such intensity, uncertainty, stress, and worries. They want to help bring peace to earth one person at a time.
Mm.
And so that's what I specialize in. And I like to multiply the one person at a time, because I work a lot with groups of women that
Mm.
come together to receive the blessings and light with the angels with me, in addition to my Facebook group that I have, but also the programs that I offer as well for women. So it's
Yeah, I
powerful.
definitely have always noticed the amplification. I mean, one-on-one sessions are incredibly
They
powerful,
are.
and I mean, I love them. And I also absolutely honor and recognize that when more of us come together, particularly when we're really holding that heart-filled vibrational resonance and we're allowing that connection, so much of my life, I certainly noticed that I blocked that connection because I didn't feel worthy of asking for it. And when I
Yes.
was with other people, I found that that co-regulation gave me the permission that I needed to just start leaning into accepting it, asking for it, believing in it in deeper ways, rather than when I was at some sections of my own journey, I felt like I unconsciously blocked it. But when I'm with other people, that all just dissolved. And I'm just wondering whether that's something that you've heard frequently, or if you can speak a little bit more into that, because I feel like a lot of
Yes.
people will love
I
that.
totally resonating with what you're saying, because it is true. It's like where the two or more are gathered, like with a collective energy and the intent, and with the blessings of this incredible realm, that supports us and that we call in. And I love, that's one of the main things that within my work is bringing in the prayers, calling them and angelic experiences. And then it's beautiful to see as we come together as a collective with this energy, that the blessings that come forward, the guidance that comes forward, the releasement of worries and fears and more peace of mind is so beautiful. And to share it in particular with the women I work with and the sisterhoods that we hold, it's so beautiful and powerful.
Yeah, and I also I can feel this next question like pulsing out of me.
Yes, please. What is
That
it?
I know, again, in my experience, I'm a very visual person, and I find
Yes.
my visual sense is absolutely my strongest, and my feeling sense and my hearing sense. And so when I have my multidimensional experiences, often it's visual for me, and in other times it can just be a felt experience in my body, or just like a knowing, or sometimes it's just a word that I might hear.
Yes.
Sometimes I hear literally angel songs, like sometimes I feel like I'm the one creating that angelic harmony with like light language, or songs, or sounds that move out of my body. And again, I'm just interested in hearing your experience of yours, but also the clients and the women that you work with, and how that angel magic starts working in their field.
Yes, absolutely. So I feel that that angel magic is connected to, as you're describing it, to the ways that we uniquely are receiving our divine guidance,
Mm.
right? The ways in which we resonate in receiving those messages. Like you said, you're very visually oriented, feeling, and I think you said that the knowing,
Mm.
right? So for me, my in particular, we call them the clairs, right? The four clairs, the four ways of getting the messages: feeling, hearing, knowing, and seeing, not in a particular order. For me, I'm really connected to my feelings
Mm.
as well as my divine knowing.
Mm.
And I do also, when I do the angelic experiences in my mind's eye, I have visuals happening, in particular with the
Mm.
colors of the angels as they're working with us, and like shimmers of their light around us. And that's one of the main things that I love supporting women with in my work, especially more in deep depth, within my programs and one-on-one, to help them to really hone into how are they getting their unique divine messages from this amazing realm, right?
Mm,
And helping them to feel more confident in receiving those messages
yeah.
and have more certainty there.
Yeah, and I also have had experiences in my life where I have felt like I've had no connection, or even when I've been going through quantum work, and I've done a lot of quantum training where I felt like nothing happened. And I would love you to also share a little bit about that too.
Yes, that's a great question. You feel like nothing happened, but then oftentimes we feel like in that moment nothing happened, but then there are shifts, because there always are shifts. And it could be that you have an angelic session, or you within a group or one-on-one feels pretty subtle that there wasn't a lot happening, but then you notice synchronicities are falling into place more, or you're starting to get that clearer divine guidance or repetitive message that's guiding you in a particular direction. Could also help you to feel physically, like the physical difference. It may initially be like, I'm not so sure, but then could be that you're feeling more confident and trusting
Mm.
in
And
the
I have
days
felt,
following.
just to expand on that too, I feel like when I lean into the resistance of nothing happening and notice what is nothing, like what
What
is
is
nothing.
nothing?
And when you actually get curious about what is nothing, all of a sudden you notice all the things.
Oh, I love it. What is nothing? I love it.
And
That's
so,
powerful, Pia. That's a great reflection, because
yeah.
that'll take you into woo.
Yeah, it really does. And I mean, God, I've had so much resistance against claiming my divine skills and knowledge and wisdom. And so, I mean, I can laugh about it now, but my God, have I had times of intense struggle, fear, disbelief. I've also had times in my life where I have not overtly, but subconsciously been projecting, I guess, disbelief at some of my teachers and some of the um, very quantum, multi-dimensional activations that were occurring in my field. Not necessarily at the time, but certainly afterwards. Mainly just, I mean, I'm sure you can speak into this too, but as my
Yes.
brain, who had not had experiences like that before, was like, no, that cannot be true. That is unfamiliar. That must be bad. That must be coming from the evil realms, or like, no. That inner chatter has definitely been part of my transitioning experience. And I love not just talking about the light, but I'm the wholeness person. So I love talking about the
Yes.
things that are really sticky and dense as well. So I'd love you to just bring that into some illumination with your experience as well.
Yes. I feel like as you're talking about that, Pia, that's bringing to me like that the ego mind, or that tends to often go to the negative or the questioning or the doubting energy, but it's very real. I mean, I feel like it's a daily practice to have the balance with the light and the dark within us. And also the balance between tapping into divine guidance and, or you could also call it quote unquote false guidance, or guidance that isn't of a light, right? That could be taking down a path of stress, fear, and negativity.
Mm, mm,
So that's one of the ways in that I love to work with the angels, is to help me to get out of that energy, to acknowledge it, to see it,
mm,
to know it's calling for love, because I feel that
mm.
ultimately everything is love and fear is a call for love. That reminds me
Yes.
of the Course in Miracles, which I studied as well,
Yeah.
right? Those calls for love, and to have that divine balance of acknowledgement and, well, this is not serving me now. These voices, this negative thoughts that are going through my mind,
Mm,
I see you, I hear you, but I am handing you up. You like
yeah.
literally can hand them over to like Archangel Michael for
Yeah.
cleansing and transmutation.
And again, it's that leaning into receiving support. Like so many times in my life, I felt isolated and alone, and I blocked the universe and my angels and multidimensional beings from helping me because I didn't ask. I didn't say,
Yes.
please help me
Good
with this.
point.
This is my prayer, and allow, and just that receptivity. And in fact, that was one of the cards. I pulled two cards this morning. I did a little live because we came on 1 hour late for daylight savings, and
Okay.
the two cards were communication, co-creation, and gracious receptivity. And I feel like that
Mm,
was in perfect alignment to our conversation just about what are the words beyond the verbal, like where is the language being spoken, and what language is that? And when we're in that vibrational alignment, and if we're not in vibrational alignment, there's still a lot of beautiful things happening. So the opportunities for growth are still there. And I love that saying, fear is courage being known or coming known,
Oh,
and that's how, when I'm feeling that fear now, that's why I love listening to teachers and mentors like you, because when we hear those gems of wisdom come through, that's what we can anchor into when we're having those moments of
yes.
disbelief or distortion or whatever's going on. And that's what mentors and guides are for.
Yes.
Mm,
Absolutely. I love what you just shared because what you're talking about is how it's essential that we give them permission to help us because
yeah.
we have free will,
Yes.
right? Which is a beautiful thing
Divine
to have free
sovereign
will,
beings. Yes.
right? Exactly. We're sovereign beings with free will, and thus we have choices.
Yeah.
So we can choose to request the help from the divine, whatever
Yeah.
that looks like for you.
Totally. And so I would love to hear a little bit more about your specific work that you're doing with women now. And I know you've got some upcoming workshops that I'd love you to speak into. And yeah, just
Yes.
like what your desire is, your intention is, your passion is. And I'd also just like to check in with a couple of people who are here with us
Please. Oh,
live.
yes. Does
If there
anyone
are
has?
any questions, and for those, I just want to reiterate, for those that watch the recording, Rachel will check back in and I will check
I
back in
will.
if any other questions come up. So if anything is happening in your field that you've got some curiosity that you would like to express, the invitation there is for you to ask any question. And I always say this to my students: no question is a dumb question. If you are thinking it, somebody else is thinking it.
Exactly. Someone
And
else is thinking it too. Yeah,
totally. And questions
absolutely.
expand the field. They never contract the field. They always
Exactly.
expand.
They do. You're right. The questions do not. Yes. Yes. So I'm curious if anyone has any questions about our conversation, please let us know.
Mm.
And yeah, so you asked me about the work that I do with women. So what I do with women is that I support them to receive clear divine guidance and messages with the angels, also how to live in co-creation with them in their lives, to receive their blessings and their light. And I really honed in particular in working with spiritual women, as well as rising feminine leaders, emerging and established healers, intuitives, light workers, here to make a big difference in this world. And also supporting them to have that empowerment that they need to help them to get more confident in receiving their divine guidance and their divine messages, and also to have experiences with the angels to help them to clear energies that are not serving them, to release them. And it's really powerful. So I work with women one-on-one, as well as I also have a group here on Facebook, which is the Angel Sisterhood group.
Yeah,
And I have,
and we'll pop that in the comments when
and we'll
we,
pop that in as
yeah,
well. Yes,
totally. Yeah,
beautiful.
yeah.
Beautiful. And I have programs as well for women. I have the Angelic Sanctuary Journey, which is a year-long personal journey of blessings, empowerment, and beautiful themes throughout the year. And I have an upcoming Angelic Guidance Certification program where I
Mm.
certify women in becoming angel mentors and working with the angels and bringing the blessings of the angels to those that they serve. And I have an upcoming 4-day Quantum Leap Divine Purpose experience happening as well. And that's happening next week. It's the 3 Angelic Keys to confidently embrace and share your healing gifts.
Wow.
So I'm
And
psyched about that.
is that going to be going live in your Facebook group? Is how can
That'll actually be focused in on Zoom because we want to create a container.
Mm.
So the women that are interested, we can put the link in the comments. I popped it over to you on Messenger. We'll get it over there whenever we do that, so that you can check it out. And Pia also posted about it also in the group as well, but we can make it easy for you in the comments to opt in. So it's going to be a container on Zoom. I think that the timing is not too friendly Australian, but the
That happens
replays
a
will be
lot. We're
available.
used to it.
They're used to it because it's at 12 p.m. Pacific.
Yeah, no, that's not working for us. Unless
I was going to
some
say,
of
I
my
think it's
people
the middle of the
like
night
to
for
get up in the
you.
middle of, yeah, it's definitely the middle of the night.
The middle of the night. And can I just share briefly about what we're going to do those 4 days?
Absolutely. Yeah, totally.
That'd be awesome. So over our 4 days together with the angels, you will learn the keys to, on day 1, to develop deep trust in your gifts and your path so that you feel more confident in your divine gifts and the path that you're taking on that path with this amazing angelic teams to support you. Day 2 is all focused on receiving clear divine guidance. That's been a theme of our conversation today, Pia, to receive clear divine guidance so that you're able to feel more confident in getting your messages from the divine, as well as the angels. Day 3, our focus is on activate your birthright blessings to be fully resourced on your journey so that through the activation of your empowering birthright blessings, you feel more confident and resourced on your path as a spiritual woman, whatever that may be. In addition to that, as a healer, light worker, here to make a difference, here a beautiful feminine leader to make a difference in this world and with those that you serve. And day 4, our focus is in on step onto your divinely supported path with the angels by your side, guiding you, supporting you, uplifting you, so you feel more confident. So I'm really looking forward to the series. It's going to be beautiful with fellow women on the spiritual path with the angels, and we'll have angelic support prizes as well. So lots of great things will be happening, and it's
And
really
so if my
looking forward to it.
Australian counterparts want to register, the recordings will be available for everybody,
Yes,
I'm assuming. Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Amazing. Yeah. So we can be involved. And I look, for anybody who has never accessed different time zone recordings, I honestly find them just as powerful when I am very aligned to the content as if I was there live. So I just want to, for anyone
Yes,
that's got any concerns about, I don't know, I can't be there live and it's not going to be the same. I wouldn't have learned all the things that I have learned unless I had attended many things like that. I have obviously, done a huge amount of learning in my life, and I have not always had Australian time zones available to me.
good point. Good
I
point,
wanted to
right?
work with the people that I wanted to work with. And so, it just, our global technology network sometimes is a lot to bear, and other times it's an amazing divine gift. Yeah. So,
Very good point. Very good point. Absolutely. I love it. It's so true, because when we're really aligned with the teachings and the content, it's so powerful.
yeah. And so I just want to, so these 4 days is really just about dropping into the clarity of self, alignment to self, so the unfolding of the path can be so much clearer, letting go of the rubble, the density, like the burdens of from our birth onwards that may be still holding us down, weighing us down, like making us play small,
Yes,
and then illuminating and rising and allowing the angels to bring in that love and the dreams and the inspiration to continue to move forward. So that sounds
absolutely.
freaking awesome, huh? So
I love it. You just encapsulated it so beautifully, Pia. You're so eloquent in your language. I love it.
great. I do love
Seriously.
talking.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, it's just like, wow, yeah, that's right. That's great. Yes, powerful.
And so,
Yes,
Rachel, I feel like we've covered a lot. We've covered, I mean,
did.
your divine awakening and the fact that you began this process over 24 years ago. Like, you've been working with the angels for a long time, and that wealth of experience, I certainly know from someone who's been in, my own career for a long time, is priceless.
It
Like the
is.
amount of experience that you've had working with people at all different levels and at all different journey points in their life.
Yes,
And so I really feel your wisdom is so special, and I'm so glad that we've been able to hopefully expand how many people are interested in your work, because I feel like what you're
yes.
doing is a beautiful heart-centered gift to the world. And
Thank
so I
you.
really do invite further exploration for anyone who's watching this live or on the recording to check out what Rachel is, and this 4-day offering that is gifted to people from around the world. So
Yes,
if anybody has
exactly.
any other questions,
Yeah, let us know. I
I
popped the
just
link in the chat, so it's there.
yeah, I did see that. Thank you. Yeah,
You're
I wasn't
welcome.
that organized. Thank you for being
It's all good. I
supportive.
just thought, let's just put it in there just to make it easy for the
I
ladies that
love
are
that.
joining us
Yeah, and
live
any of
now.
the other links that we've spoken about, Rachel will add them in for our
I
chats.
will, for
And I
sure.
can't see any questions. I also feel like my phone weirdly is lagging just a little.
It's okay. We're good.
And I do know that we are gifting people an experience with you, like an angelic experience. So I just love you to just share a little bit, like let's safe port everyone, basically, like just
Hey,
share a little bit
sports.
more about what that is going to feel like and sound like if they've never had an experience like this before. Just in terms of like if they're listening at home right now, are they going to be sitting down, lying down? Like just share a little bit more about.
Yes. So do you mean during that 4-day, or do you mean for
No,
right
no,
now
for this little activation right now.
for the little activation? Yes. So is it good for us to continue for me to bring out like a mini version of that?
Yeah, I'd love that. I feel like that would be
That would be
beautiful.
lovely. I just want to make
Yeah,
sure with your bandwidth on your line and everything.
yeah.
So it is the aligning in the pillar of light angelic experience that I would love to guide you through today. So you can do this either seated or resting. If you're able to rest, recline, or just like really relax in your chair, that would be perfect, whether you're live or on the replay. And I will guide you through this experience, which is really a mini version of one of the powerful angelic quantum leap experiences that I actually have within my Angel Mentor program. So it's a beautiful proprietary experience that I'm gifting to all of you now to use for you to support you, as well as stepping into your quantum divine leaps and transformations in your life. So as we continue, let's call in this amazing divine ones as you get comfortable in your space, again, whether you're reclined or seated, and be open to receive blessings for you right now for your highest good. So I invite you to take a new fresh breath in, dear ones, and exhale out, gently closing your eyes, and bring your attention and focus inward with one deep and long breath in and out. Continuing your beautiful breaths in and out as we continue in this beautiful divine space here, as we open to and call in the white and purifying light of the divine, of God, of your dear guardian angels for each and every one of us. And as we continue to breathe in and out, we're also calling in the rainbow divine lights of all the archangels together, joining us and enfolding us in this beautiful energy of rainbow healing light, bringing in blessings to us as we breathe in and out, knowing that this light is coming down from our crown chakras and circling and flowing out throughout our bodies, minds, and spirits as we continue to breathe in and out, to provide you as you breathe in and out with this beautiful quantum leap shift in your experience and on our soul purpose path as well. So we thank you to our divine support team now for beaming their powerful and your powerful transforming light down upon each divine one here. Breathing in and out as I invite you to feel this beautiful, colorful pillar of light coming down, immediately down upon you. And as we breathe in and out, dissolving and transmuting anything that may be not holding your highest good in mind, transmuting any energies or anything that you may be holding on to, whether you're consciously aware of that or not. Breathing in and out, letting go of anything that is no longer serving you. Dear ones, as we continue our breaths in and out, and I invite each of you here to open your whole being to receive this beautiful rainbow light that's continuing to be beamed down upon us as we relax and allow this restorative and healing light of the divine, of God, to beam through our crown chakras of our heads, relaxing as we breathe in and out and letting go of any overactivity in the mind on any level. With a deep inhale and exhale, letting go of any complexity, letting go of any tension or racing thoughts on any level as we take in a new breath in and exhale out, and allow, dear ones, this beautiful light to shine into your eyes and into your third eye as well, to clarify your sight and to see the highest good for yourself and others. Continuing your beautiful breaths in and out, now aligning this light to beam softly into your ears so that you may hear the divine truth and guidance that will uplift you, to open to receive any messages from your angels in your experience now. As we continue to breathe in and out, as I invite you to allow this beautiful warm light to soften around your throat and your mouth, allowing you to release any intense language on any level, and allow words to flow from you with love and kindness and upliftment for yourself and others. Allowing now this light to beam down into your shoulders and into your back. And the archangels and the angels invite you to lay down and to let go of any burdens or any heaviness or things, situations that are draining you on any level. Breathing in and out. As I invite you, if you'd like as well, to literally hand over into the capable hands of the divine, of the angels and the archangels, any energy that you're ready to hand over now, or experiences, asking them to attend to and bring forth your highest good and for the highest good of all involved. As we continue to breathe in and out, dear ones, I invite you to let this purifying, warm light move into your chest, to warm your heart, filling your heart and your chest with a healing, purifying, unconditionally loving light that softens your heart and soothes your emotions. Taking a deep breath in, exhaling out, and allow your emotions and heart to come into alignment with this divine love. They remind you that you are a divine, precious creation, unconditionally loved no matter what. And we thank you, dear archangels, now for fully surrounding and enveloping and supporting each one of us here now, live or on the replay, listening, renewing our and your deepest knowing of the divine love that is here for you, here for us all. And as we take in a new beautiful breath in and out, I invite you to allow this beautiful light to beam into your solar plexus, your power center, to reignite the fire of your spirit and the spirit within you, to allow your radiance to be increased. Allow this light to move down and to reignite your creative center. Breathing in and out, and then beaming down into your root chakra, the base of your spine, your foundations in life. And let this light, dear ones, help you to extend the roots of your being down into the divine and God's resourcefulness and infinite abundance. Infinite abundance on all levels. And allow this pillar of light to become rooted down into the earth, expanding the roots of your being through your feet, down into the abundant and healing Mother Earth beneath you. I invite you to feel your roots being fed and nourished in each moment so that you may step into the fullness of your divine potential, leaping beyond any previous perceived limitation or unseen or unknown block or blocks, letting them be cleared with your breaths in and out. And I invite you to feel the flow of your infinite potential, dear ones, being divinely resourced. And let yourself be fed by the living manifestation of God's resourcefulness, the resourcefulness as well of our angels and the archangels, of their provisions for you, for us, and for all that is available to renew and to strengthen within you. So taking in a new breath in and out, as I invite you to let yourself feel this pillar of divine light fortified in you now, fortified in you today, and to feel it powerfully beaming within you, connecting you directly to the divine, to the creator, to our source, with our legions of angels, our guardian angels and the archangels with you. Ask and you shall receive each and every time, and their support and this power May it continuously be with you and allow you and yourself. I invite you to allow yourself to be resourced by the divine creation to support you and the earth, all of us. Taking in a deep, fresh breath in and out as we remember this energy, this feeling of this experience with the divine, with the angels and the archangels, and this pillar of light of alignment and your foundation in spirit and in the spirit. So as we finish out here in a little bit, I'm going to slowly guide you back from 4 to 1 as we take that gratitude breath in at 4. Exhaling out, feeling yourself fully supported on the surface, where you are, whether you're seated or resting. At 3, breathing in, exhaling out, gently moving your fingers. I invite you to press your feet down into the floor. At 2, I invite you, if you'd like to stretch, to do so or move in a way that's comfortable for you. And at 1, as we take in that new breath in and exhale out, returning present here in the moment, opening your eyes, feeling renewed and refreshed and re-energized and grateful. So it all is. Yes.
So it is.
Mm.
Thank you.
Woo.
Mm.
Powerful.
Beautiful.
I'm still a buzzing.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And
Love to hear what you notice, Pia, and anyone else who's live. Like, what do they notice? What are they feeling? They love to share.
yeah, so I mean, I'm very somatic based, so I can feel my body asking me to move in different ways, or tap, or rub, or
Yes.
so I did bring
Good.
in those parts as I went
Yes.
through that experience, and I realized I didn't mute myself. I really wanted to. There was lots of sounds that wanted to come through, and I'll do them afterwards because I felt
Perfect.
like it would have
Perfect.
been an
To
interruption.
let it flow. Yes.
Yeah, totally. And so I love, yeah, just that, like that sense of, I guess, freedom that flows in that angel activation, where it was just like that opening sensation, that expanded sensation. And I could really see and feel just a lot of light harmonizing in my system. And yeah, I really, really enjoyed that. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're so welcome. I'm so glad. What an incredible blessing.
Yeah, such an
Right?
incredible blessing. Thank you so much for the gifts of what you shared. I really, really appreciate it.
Oh, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. Did anyone have anything they'd like to share? Dear ones watching live, if
Not that
there's
I
anyone
can
else.
see, and I'm not too sure if it's just my phone.
Looks like
Um,
we have 4 live with us from what I'm seeing.
yeah, and I just can't see any
It's all good. Okay, yeah, I
questions.
don't either. But if anyone would like to type in a word of how you're feeling or anything, or even later, or even just writing it for yourself. Like,
Yeah, really
what did you
anchoring in.
notice? What shifted? How are you feeling now?
Yeah. I also pulled a card just before you
Ooh,
started your session. I mean, it's something that I love to do, but I just wanted to share it because I only just looked at
please
it
do. I love
now,
cards.
and it's 44, which I love those numbers, but it's called
Perfect.
Shine. It's called Shine Your Light. And I just felt like it was such a great addition to um, just taking the essence of this activation. Obviously, it's happening on all layers of our being: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. It's happening in our auric field, it's happening in dimensions that we cannot ever understand. And so, this is where those layers of trust and surrender and allowing, that is up to us in our physical vessel. And so, how we care for ourselves afterwards, I'd love you to speak into what you normally share with your people after an activation.
Yes. Yes. I would say be gentle with yourself, drink water. If you're feeling guided to do some journaling, I invite you to journal, like a download you received, or anything else that you notice, so you can process that way. And yeah, just do what you're guided to do to take care of you. Like, self-care, I feel, is key. And you could also add in thanking them, yourself personally, for this incredible, it's powerful alignment experience, and for the divine appointments that we're all here live right now, or later watching later on the replay, the combination
Mm.
that is perfectly divinely appointed and so empowering.
Yeah. And the only other aspect that I'd like to add is that I
Please
have
do.
in my life, because I'm such a visual person, found it so easy to kind of leave my body and to go up
Yes.
and beyond and away. And so I love grounding practices. So really noticing the soles of my feet, like being much more mindfully present of my connection to earth and feeling really
Yes.
grounded. I feel like for me, in my experience, has helped create extra layers of safety, like a felt sense of embodiment with the activations rather than disembodiment and disassociation. So I
Yes.
just
Good
wanted to add
point.
that in for my people as well. And I
Thank
usually
you.
like to, everyone's different. I have had, I've done a lot of different training in a lot of different fields. Sometimes I like to keep it light. And other times I'm really listening to my body, like, do I want some food in my belly to help bring me down
Yes.
more? Or am I looking to elevate and kind of keep that lightness going? And so that's a very unique and individual experience for each person. And it does
Yes.
take a moment of noticing the inner language of our own body. That thought doesn't come from our mind, it's coming from our gut. And to listen
Yes.
to our gut just does take what I find generally, not just a 30 seconds or 10 seconds or 5 seconds,
Oh,
even
yes. Oh,
a
it's,
minute, 2 minutes, even a little bit longer. Like, what is the truth of my belly right now? So, yeah, I just wanted to
I
add those
love that.
couple of pieces in.
I love that. Yes, and earthing. And we did have that connection part of rooting down into the earth as part of the experience. So that's lovely to,
Yeah.
yeah, put your feet on the earth, maybe lean against a tree, feel these
Thank you for the
blessings.
hearts, everyone, too. I can just see Fiona's just commented. I
Yeah.
love the vision of the colors of the archangels when I put my hand on my belly button and I felt warmth and tingling. My lower legs are still buzzing. Totally beautiful. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you
Oh, you're
so much,
welcome. I see
Fiona.
that, Fiona. You're welcome.
Yeah. And I would just love to say, Fiona, I feel like the grounding, particularly for you, if you've got a lot of lower body activation, I feel like there's a lot of new calibration going on. And for me, lower body is very reflective of ancestral imprints as well. And so it
Ah,
might be beautiful just to acknowledge your ancestors and the fact that you are now much more fully grasping their lessons and blessings in a way where you no longer need to have connections to the pain and suffering that brought the lessons and the blessings. Like, you are taking ownership of that now in your timeline and in your lower chakras. So I that's just my suggestion for you, Fiona.
beautiful, beautiful, powerful.
Mm.
Wow. I love it that you had such a powerful experience, Fiona, and the visualization of those colors of the archangels. Yes. So
Mm.
beautiful, that incredible rainbow light coming down. So beautiful. And it's very interesting. I love the card that you pulled, Pia. Also, the fours are connected with the angels. And
Yes.
the 4 or multiple fours are that the angels are extra strongly present with you. So that's an additional message there, along with shine your light bright.
Yeah, and I'll just read the very first component of that card. It says, doing what you love, time to thrive, giving from the overflow, life purpose, being authentically you, compassionate self empowerment, loving life, trying things you resonate with, bringing joy to others by being an inspiration. And I just feel like that perfectly aligns with who Rachel is, what she shares, the angel masters that she works with, her upcoming workshop. Like, there's just a lot of beautiful magic in the air, obviously. And I really appreciate that you've spent some time with us here today to share more of your wisdoms and your gifts. Thank you,
Oh,
Rachel.
oh, you're welcome, Pia. Thank you so much, dear sister, for this amazing opportunity. I'm so grateful that we met and we connected recently.
Yeah.
And what a divine blessing and perfect divine timing. And to be here with all of you live and later on the replay, I am so honored and filled with joy to
Yeah.
bring the blessings and light forward with the angels.
And I just want to reiterate that Rachel's group links are going to be in there if you're interested in
Yes,
connecting with Rachel. She's really open to conversations and curious questions. And
I am.
yeah, if anybody does the activation and they want to, they reach out and share their experience or put it in the comments if you're watching the replay. Of course, we'd love to. I mean, we both thrive on comments, love, hearts. Like, serving people is awesome, and we love interactions as well. So
We
don't be
do.
shy. Share the things, and
Don't be
Fiona, thank you
shy.
for sharing. And just one last thing, Fiona, I wanted to say about your belly button. So I've done a lot of belly button work and a lot of timeline healing through the belly button. And because you felt so much warmth and tingling there, this might sound a little much for some people, and that's why I just wanted to share it, because it is an unusual practice. But it might be nice just to spend time with your fingers in or circling around or massaging around your belly button in a couple of different directions, and just really connecting to, if you think about what a belly button did when you were in the womb, it was literally receiving nourishment. And so now this is your multi-dimensional anchor point to universal nourishment. And sometimes, I mean, there can be scarring around that, yeah, depending on what happened in the womb, our birth story, like all sorts of things can change our connection to our belly button. And so perhaps again, with this ancestral, like this lower leg activation, there's just a little bit more work that could be done on a physical, mental, emotional, spiritual plane, just by you bringing more of your own presencing and touch to that area. Some people find it very confronting, and if that's where you're at, then just listen to your body and what it's saying yes or no to. And the exploration of that, I have found to be quite potent, and not just a one-time only offer for my body, but it's something that I've come back to many, many, many times. So I think that could be helpful for more people to listen to. Thanks for sharing that link, Rachel.
You're
But
welcome.
yeah, I feel like we are really complete in this session. I think it's
Yes.
been a beautiful offering, so much wisdom shared, and that activation was amazing. So thank you so much, sweetheart.
Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you, Pia. I'm really grateful to have been here with you all and to bring this blessings with the angels to everyone. And my heart is full. Thank you, sister.
Yay. Lots of love. Bye, everybody.
Take care. Bye for now.